The Philadelphia Eagles have started the season as the hottest team in the National Football League. Not only are we 7-0, but we have scored more points than anybody in the league, and we have allowed less points than anybody in the league. The offense is clicking, the defense is clicking, the special teams is clicking. Everything has gone perfectly this season for the Philadelphia Eagles, and hopefully that can continue today as we cover weeks 8 and 9. Week 8 is our bye week and also the trade deadline. Week 9, we play at home against the Minnesota Vikings. So we were given an opportunity to figure out what we're going to do for our bye week. I ended up picking the team bonding retreat. I think that'll give them a good opportunity to grow more team chemistry, particularly off the field, and hopefully that can lead to more trust in each other on the field. It will lead to everybody losing 5 awareness for the next game, but it's also going to give everybody a big morale boost. Let's now talk about the trade deadline. I really wanted to take note of which teams are at the top of the standings and which teams are at the bottom to figure out who's going to be buyers this year, who's going to be sellers. If we do make moves, we are certainly going to be buyers. And as always, I always like to make trades around the rest of the NFL this season no differently. So I've spent some time figuring out some trades around the rest of the National Football League to make this one probably the biggest. DK Metcalf going to the Jets for a 1 and a 3. The Jets lead the AFC East. They can just taste the playoffs, and they haven't been there in a decade. So they're going to go out and get a superstar receiver. The 7-0 Carolina Panthers are also getting a superstar receiver from the 0-7 LA Chargers. It's Devontae Adams in exchange for a 2, a 3, and a young tight end in Tydavius White. With that trade, the Panthers have exactly $0 in cap space. Speaking of receivers, Calvin Ridley going to the Patriots for a second-round pick. The Vikings only have 1 win, so they're going to ship some guys away. Devin White joins our rival, the Dallas Cowboys. That's not good news. That's not the only Minnesota trade, as Brian O'Neill is headed to the Jets in exchange for a young linebacker in Iñak Tisu and a couple of future picks. This trade's also a very big one. Fred Warner to the Denver Broncos in exchange for a 1 and a 3. The NFC West is a mess, and the Niners are more so taking the rebuild approach. I decided not for us to make any moves at the deadline because, well, what do we need? Everything about our team has been pretty much perfect this season, and whenever we have gone out and made trade deadline moves to buy, it hasn't really worked out. Guys like Dalvin Tomlinson back in Season 2, Chase Claypool back in Season 3, Eric Flowers last year, none of those guys ever got second contracts with us. So I figured, what's the point when everybody's playing super well? As we talk about the Vikings, we're going to give a smug response here. It is a trap game because, well, Minnesota's really bad. But you never know in the NFL. Minnesota only has 1 win. They just traded away 2 of their good starters, so we should win, but who knows? Since it's week 9, the award ballots are up. Malachi Madison currently sits at 2nd in the MVP race, only behind Christian McCaffrey. Even though he's a wide receiver, and you don't see wide receivers in the MVP race, I think Tykeem Keon should be in the top 10. His numbers speak for themselves. He's been the best receiver in the NFL this year. He's been, honestly, the best player in the NFL this year. He belongs in the top 10. Champ Britton, not the favorite for Coach of the Year. He is currently in 3rd. For Offensive Player of the Year, Malachi Madison is in 2nd, whereas Tykeem Keon is being disrespected in 6th place. Nobody for Defensive Player of the Year. That's interesting. Crawford Shawcross and Desmond Clare, the favorites for Rookie of the Year. Malachi Madison, best quarterback. Best running back. No Tazwa Hubbard. I do not know how you can't put Tazwa Hubbard in the top 10. He's averaging over 100 yards per game on nearly 7 yards per carry, which leads all starters in the NFL. The fact that he's not top 3 or 4, let alone top 10, is blasphemous. Tykeem Keon obviously leading the best receiver award. We've got a number of guys sprinkled in here as well. Best defensive back, I have another problem. They have Xavier Howard ahead of both C.J. Thomas and Nehemiah Richardson. Howard has 5 interceptions, which leads the league. Thomas has 4. Richardson has 3. But there's one thing. Richardson and Thomas have been elite in coverage this year. Xavier Howard is not. When Xavier Howard got 3 interceptions against us, he covered Tykeem Keon that day. Keon had 12 catches for nearly 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I don't know how you can put Xavier Howard ahead of both of those guys. Zebediah Phoenix does lead for best kicker, thankfully. Otherwise, I was really going to have a problem. So as we look at this Minnesota Vikings team, they're not the greatest. They do have a couple former Eagles, including Deshaun Elliott, who was a very good Eagle, and Jalen Reagor, who was not a very good Eagle. Justin Jefferson headlines for rosters at 99 overall. Derek Carr is currently their quarterback. He had a great year for the Vikings last year, dragging them into the playoffs as an 8-9 wild card spot. But with only 1 win this year, It has not been a great season for the Minnesota Vikings, so we'll see if they can rebound today here against the Philadelphia Eagles coming off a bye week. The Philadelphia Eagles, coming off their bye week, have no excuse to lose to the 1-7 Vikings today, but it is the NFL. Any team can win any game. Minnesota opens up with the ball, play action fake. Derek Carr connects with Money Motique, a former top 10 pick out of the University of Alabama in his second season at wide receiver, of course, lined out opposite side of Justin Jefferson. Play action fake. Here's Carr, gets it over again to Money Motique. Quick start for him. Motique hasn't been great so far in the NFL. He's been a little bit of a disappointment, but today he looks quite good against our Eagles. 2nd and 10. Carr again looking to throw it, this time up the middle for his running back, Chevelle Armonadou, the second-year pro out of Deion Sanders' Jackson State University. Armonadou replacing Dalvin Cook, who was traded in the offseason to Atlanta. 3rd and 3. Carr's going to go short for the tight end, Irv Smith Jr., who finds the end zone. Good start for the Minnesota Vikings as they drive down the field, get the touchdown, and lead 7-0. Even though the Vikings are not the greatest team, clearly they're going to show up and try today. Definitely going to put up an effort. The Eagles now have the ball, 3rd and 11. Malachi Madison looking to make this play with his legs, trying to confuse the defender, but it's not going to happen as he only gets 4. Madison wrapped up by Troy Milner, who played his college ball at the University of Minnesota for the Golden Gophers. So now the Vikings have the ball back. I know it's early, but this has been a great start for Minnesota. As here's Chevelle Armonadou with a nice run, wrapped up by Nehemiah Richardson at the 37-yard line. Good gain for Armonadou. I don't know why he's wearing 19. That feels like a weird number for a running back. Following play, Derek Carr looking to throw it. He goes up the middle for an open man. Again, it's Money Motique, who is pounded by Edmund Orient. Both Motique and Orient, first-round picks in the 2024 draft. And Minnesota's continuing to charge down the field. 2nd and 3 at the 13. Carr goes short for Justin Jefferson, who's going to gritty his way into the end zone for the touchdown, minus the fact that he definitely didn't gritty there. Okay, again, I know it's early. We're only 7 minutes into the game, but the Eagles do not look good. Derek Carr is torching them on defense. The offense has a total of about 12 yards so far today. And it will kind of get better as Devontae Smith gets the first down, or so we think. They are not going to give it to him. He very clearly was past the marker. Not going to matter as Rosemont St. Clair will run for the first down, getting 2. Gutsy call to go for it on your own 35, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Shouldn't be desperate in the first quarter against a 1-7 football team, but here we are. Nice run to the outside for Tazewell Hubbard, feeling disrespected that he was not listed among the 10 best running backs in the NFL. I feel at the bare minimum, again, he should be in the top 3 to 4, let alone 10. Here's Rosemont St. Clair now with a nice gain, runs out of bounds. He does not want to get hit by Harrison Smith, and I don't blame him. The Eagles are running the ball pretty well here in this first quarter. They haven't really thrown the ball a whole lot. Final play of the quarter, play action fake. Malachi Madison has an open man. It's Tykeem Keon with his 15th receiving touchdown of the year. Keon has scored in all 8 games so far. Not a good first quarter for the Eagles, but they do wrap it off strong with a touchdown on the last play. 14-7 your score. Hopefully the Eagles can pick it up because the defense looks horrible. The offense started slowly, but that last drive certainly showed signs of optimism. Still a long way to go in this game, but the Minnesota Vikings look really, really good. And to start the second quarter, they're off to quick work. There's Jefferson spinning his way forward for a gain of 21. Derek Carr is 9 of 10, 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is torching the Eagles right now. This is unbelievable. Following play, Carr looking to throw it. Under pressure, he has an open man downfield. It's Irv Smith who brings it into the red zone of the 19 as the center, Garrett Bradbury, is hurt. Now at the goal line, 2nd and goal from the 1. The Vikings looking to punch it in. They're actually going to go for the goal line pass as it's hauled in by Irv Smith for his 2nd touchdown of the first half. What is happening? The best scoring defense in the NFL is getting torched by a 1-7 offense led by 34-year-old Derek Carr. What is happening? 3rd and 10. Madison looking to outrun the defenders. He will try to dive for the first down. He only gets about 8. So it's 4th and 2. The Eagles are going to go for it again. 2nd, 4th down attempt today. Handoff for St. Clair, and he is not going to get it. Wrapped up well shy of the marker. Big stop for the Vikings, who lead by 14. Their offense has scored on all 3 possessions they've had the ball. Looking to make it 4 in a row. Carr on first down. His pass is intercepted Winston Johnson picks it off, and he's going to return it all the way to the 4-yard line. A huge turnover for Johnson. The Eagles defense needed that one badly because their defense has shown nothing today until that. Following play, 1st and goal at the 4. Madison is a wide open man. It's Tykeem Keon. Touchdown number 2 today for Keon. He's now at 16 on the year. Most seasons, 16 receiving touchdowns would lead the NFL. Tykeem Keon has done that in 7.5 games. That's insane. So the Vikings have the ball, still up by 7, 3rd and 3. Handoff for Armanadu. He is stuffed behind the first down marker by Isaiah Simmons. And it seems like things are starting to come along here for the Eagles. They're starting to play a lot better on both sides of the ball, particularly defense. I think the interception by Winston Johnson really changed some things. Madison is all day to throw it. Has an open man, Devontae Smith, and it's way overthrown and intercepted instead by Isaac Yiadom. That has to be the worst throw I've seen from Malachi Madison by far. Devontae Smith was wide open, and he well overthrew him. Costly turnover there. Minnesota has it back, but it looks like they're going to be stopped again as Armanadu is once again short of the first down marker, wrapped up by Joko Unwosu. So the Philadelphia offense has another opportunity. 3rd and 7. Madison, no time to throw it, incomplete. Madison 3 for 10 today. He does have 2 touchdowns, but he is really struggling. Hit by the safety out of the University of Massachusetts, Kola Rosensense. So the Vikings have it back, and it's going to be an interception. Edmund Orient picks it off, and the Eagles' defense is playing so much better right now. The first 3 drives, all touchdowns. The last 4, interception, 3 and out, interception. The Eagles still trail 21-14 as they have it back on offense. 3rd and 4, Madison under pressure. Gets it over to J.T. DeMarco, who brings it to the 28. Madison has missed a lot of throws today. He does not look like himself, but in his defense, the Eagles' offensive line looks horrible right now. 3rd and 11. Madison under a lot of pressure from Danielle Hunter, and his pass for DeMarco is incomplete. So the Vikings get the stop. They're going to hold on to this lead here at halftime as the Eagles bring out the field goal team. 46-yard attempt for Zebediah Phoenix II, who has not missed a field goal all year, and he's going to stay perfect. Drilling that one down the middle. It's now 21-17. The Vikings looking to run a Hail Mary here late in the first half with 5 seconds to go. Derek Carr, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions already today. It's been an awfully busy day as the clock runs out. Carr heaves it up. Downfield, it's tipped, and it's in the hands of Jalen Reagor, who drops what would have been a touchdown. Even on his new team, Jalen Reagor is still dropping touchdowns. First half in the books, 21-17, Minnesota leads. How this game is only within 4 points, I don't know, because the Eagles have looked horrible today. The defense, albeit they are playing better, but still not good. And the offense looks like a dumpster fire. Malachi Madison looks horrible. The Eagles can't really run the ball after that first drive, which they did pretty well. So hopefully they can run it here in the second half. Nice juke move by Tazwell Hubbard to the 44-yard line. Solid gain for Hubbard. The Eagles offense looking to take their first lead of the game on this possession as it's a 3rd and 12. Madison's pass for Keon is broken up. Madison's struggles continue as the field goal team comes out. 51-yard attempt for Zebediah Phoenix. He will drill it. Phoenix now 2 for 2. It's 21-20. The Eagles now somehow have it within 1. Again, how this game is this close, I don't know. 2nd and 4. Chevelle Armanadu still on his feet. There he goes. What a run for Armanadu, who brings it to the 32-yard line. Chevelle Armanadu's been really impressive today. He looks good. 3rd and 8 from the 28. Carr looking for the end zone, and it is dropped by Money Motique, who had it in his hands. He had the opportunity to make the play, as that'll bring up the field goal team. Deke LeBonge, yes, that is his name, kicks the field goal. I can't say that name with a straight face. 24-20, Minnesota leads. 3 minutes left to go in the third as the Eagles have it back. 3rd and 9, again incomplete. Again, as I said, Malachi Madison's missing throws. That's not his fault at all. The offensive line has been a dumpster fire today. The run blocking's been bad. The pass blocking is bad. At least on the other side, Minnesota's run blocking hasn't been much better. Armanadu, again, shy of the first down, wrapped up by Joko Unwosu. Both defenses playing quite well here in the second half as the Eagles have it back. Another 3rd down and another stopped drive. It is caught by Tykeem Keon, but Madison couldn't throw it anywhere. Danielle Hunter was in his face. 2 seconds after the ball was snapped. Jedrick Wills at right tackle today has been literally a revolving door. He's probably been the Eagles' worst starter this year, but he's also their most expensive. Now in the fourth quarter, Jabari Achebe with a quick sack. Achebe resuming to his rookie year where all he did was get to the quarterback. When he's healthy, he's a stud. 3rd and 15. Carr goes short for Armanadu, who is quickly out of bounds after a gain of 4. The Eagles defense gets another stop. Ever since those first 3 drives where Philadelphia forgot how to play defense, the Vikings have only scored 3 points since then. Tazewell Hubbard fumbles the football. Madison quickly picks it up. Could have been a costly turnover there from Philadelphia. High IQ play to Madison to quickly get over to the ball. Not too long later, back to Hubbard, and he loses 7. Yes, 7. Zadarius Smith brings him down, and it's now a 3rd down and 16. Madison looking to throw it again, has absolutely no time, and is wrapped up by 2 defenders in the backfield. How can you expect him to get passes off in time? Even though Madison has missed throws today, I'm not going to put him off the hot seat. He has no time at all to get rid of it. Luckily for the Eagles, it looks like Minnesota's going to start with poor field position as it's down to the 5-yard line by Mekhi Diggins. Nice punt by Jack Fox, but the Eagles only have so much time to come back in this game. Minnesota leads by 4. Another touchdown possibly could ice it as Carr gets it over to Money Motique. He gains 20. Minnesota's offense has really struggled lately, but all they need to do is find the end zone one more time, and the Eagles' undefeated season is probably snapped. Time continuing to tick, under 4 minutes left to go from the opposing 48. Derek Carr looking to throw it under pressure and is quickly sacked by the veteran J.J. Turned down for what? It's a loss of 11 for the Vikings. Now a 3rd and 4, probably the biggest play of the game. The Eagles have to get a stop here. Here's Carr looking to throw it, and it is caught by Money Motique down the sidelines. Pushed out of bounds at the 7 by Joko Nwosu. If nothing else, it stops the clock, but that's still not a good play for the Eagles. Motique over 100 yards on the day, as on 1st and goal, it's handed off for Chevelle Armanadu, who scores the touchdown. And the Minnesota Vikings offense of a big 5-minute drive, chewing a ton of clock. They lead by 11. The Eagles are not looking good. They kind of need a miracle to keep the undefeated season alive. Hopefully Malachi Madison has time to throw it on plays like that, as it's hauled in by Devontae Smith at the 37. The Vikings would actually challenge that play. They didn't think Smith was in bounds. The play stood, so Minnesota loses a timeout. Following play, Madison gets it back to the sidelines for JT DeMarco, who gets 14 more. The Vikings would also challenge that play. Again, he was in bounds, so Minnesota loses 2 timeouts in a row. 3rd and 10, Devontae Smith open in the end zone for the touchdown. Great drive from Malachi Madison and company. It's a 5-point game, so the Eagles trying to stay alive here. They're going to go for 2, look to make it a clean 3-point game. And hey, there's the no time to throw it at all. Rosemont St. Clair was wide open, so that was a bad read by Madison. But he also didn't really have a whole lot of time to make a read, as the flag is an intentional grounding. So the Vikings get it back. We'll see if Chevelle Armanadu and Minnesota can chew some clock and end this game. 3rd and 8. Eagles down to 1 timeout. The Vikings could look to pass it, and they do for the ball game. Carr goes short for Armanadu. He's stopped. Joko Nwosu nearly punches the ball out, so the Eagles defense gets a stop. The defense has put the offense in a position to win the game. Philadelphia starting at the 26-yard line is a minute 35 and no timeouts. They've got 95 unfiltered seconds to drive down the field and keep the undefeated season alive in what would be a miraculous comeback. That's a good start. Rosemont St. Clair on the first play of that drive brings it inside the 20 to the 19, stumbling out of bounds, which stops the clock. What a huge play for Rosemont St. Clair, and that gives the Eagles new life and energy. 2nd and 10. Madison to the tight end, Dozier Bexby, who is inside the 10 to the 7. Time isn't really an issue right now for the Eagles. They're literally chewing clock. 1st and goal at the 7. Madison under pressure, trying to get away from the defender. He is pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line by Zadarius Smith for a loss of 8. This changes things. The Eagles have 35 seconds and no timeouts to get 15 yards within 3 plays. 2nd and goal. Madison under even more pressure, looking to run with it. and he's going to be tackled inbounds at the 6. Eagles got to move quickly. They're going no huddle. 15 seconds to go. They may not have enough time for another play if it stays in bounds. 3rd and goal. Madison looks for J.T. DeMarco, who gets the touchdown, and the Eagles are going to take the lead with 8 seconds to go. How Philadelphia is winning, who knows? The first time today, the Eagles are on top. A potential game-winning touchdown from Malachi Madison to J.T. DeMarco. The Eagles were down 31-20 with 2 minutes to go. Now they're winning, but they're only going to be up by 1 as St. Clair does not get the 2-point conversion. Philadelphia goes 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions. So now it's going to come down to this Hail Mary, the Minnesota Vikings, who feel like they deserved to win this game, now down by 1, looking for a miracle. Derek Carr heaves it up deep downfield. It is tipped and incomplete. And the undefeated season will somehow, someway, stay alive. How we won this game, I don't know, because this was by far the worst performance from the Eagles this season. The defense started the game off horribly. Derek Carr threw it down our throats. 3 touchdowns on the opening 3 drives. But after that, things got better. The interception by Winston Johnson really changed things, and Minnesota only scored 10 points after that. Our offense was not good. The run blocking was horrible. The pass blocking was horrible. Malachi Madison was missing throws for the entire game, minus the last 2 drives. When the game mattered, Malachi Madison was clutch. Derek Carr did outplay Madison, but despite Madison underperforming for his standards, he still threw 4 touchdowns and had 2 gigantic drives. So even though Madison didn't play well, he did enough to win the game. Minnesota ran the ball very well. Chevelle Armandou was great. Money Motique was great. Justin Jefferson played well. Again, Minnesota was the better team today. Tykeem Keon had his quietest game of the year. 3 catches, 31 yards, but he did still score twice. You can't blame Keon, though. It's kind of hard to catch the ball when your quarterback can't throw and when your offensive line can't block. The defense, as I said, started off really poorly, but the Winston Johnson interception really changed some things. Edmund Orient had the big interception as well, and Zebediah Phoenix did his thing as well. So that nearly was a trap game. It should have been. We should have lost that game. We had no business beating the Minnesota Vikings, who absolutely outplayed us. It says as expected. That game did not go as expected. Stop the cap. So that's going to wrap up the episode. We're now 8-0. We've got a breakout challenge for our next game against the 5-3 Miles Sanders-led New England Patriots. Week 11 will also be in the next episode, Monday Night Football against 48-year-old Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Remember, Tampa Bay beat us last year in the NFC Championship, so we are still looking for revenge. So that's going to wrap up the episode here. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.